Hi, I just wanted to make another little video just to give little updates. One of my friends has asked for me to kind of keep updating to see how things are going with my eyes. So the part one, or the, improving my eyes original video was done a few days ago. So just to, if you haven't watched that one, I gave up wearing glasses just over 3 weeks ago, and just guided to do it. And I do believe that everything in our body can regenerate and replenish and be great. Excuse my alarm. It's to remind me to go get my laundry. Where was I? Distraction, like shiny things. Okay, back to my eyes. So I just wanted to update on a couple of things that I'm doing. I know I mentioned the magnifying mirror, I think. I think I did in part one. I'm using a magnifying mirror to look into it and then gradually come away from it and see how far I can come back from it before my focus goes. And when my focus goes, it's like I have it's almost like I have three eyes. So my head is kind of two heads, but they're merged, and there's like three eyes and two sets of nostrils, and it's very bizarre. And my hair runs down the middle of my face, so that's kind of what happens with the vision. So I'm still doing that, so it's I can come further back before my focus goes. It still goes, I can't come all the way back and it be good, but I can come further back. So, and then once it goes, I go right back into the mirror to get my face back again. And it's very bizarre that you can feel your eyes changing the way they focus when you go close to the mirror again. So anyway, you might want to get yourself one of those cheap magnifying mirrors. They sell them in IKEA. So that's one thing I'm still doing. Another thing I've started to do is because I've noticed that this eye sees well better at distance, and this eye sees better close up. I'm trying to cover one, so I'll cover this one, and I will try to bring this one in, so have something close and try to use that for focus. Do that for a few minutes, and then I'll do the same with the other one, and I'll use that one for focusing on something in the distance. So, this is all me making things up, trying to improve my eyesight. But, what's the worst that can happen? I've said this in the last video, I have to put my glasses back on again. So that's an exercise I'm doing. I am using, I don't know if you have Insight Timer. I use Insight Timer, which is a meditation app on my phone. It's a free app, you don't have to pay for it. And there's tens of thousands of meditations on it for all sorts of things. It's a brilliant thing to have. If you don't have it, get it and use it. Use it for calming yourself, use it for healing, use it for focus. And I'm using it for my eyes. I can't really find any that are about healing your eyes, but I have found a few that are about your intuition, which is your third eye in here. I'm a Reiki master teacher, so I kind of know a bit about chakras and energy centers. So I think that this third eye is related to my physical eyes. So I'm using vibrations, meditations with vibrations to try to open this eye, which I'm hoping will allow these eyes to see clearly. So it's another thing. I'm using the Bachflower remedy Scleranthus, which seems really odd because it's the remedy for decision making, A or B, this or that. And I am very like that. That's one of my kind of personality traits, is my indecision. So I'm using it because of the indecision. But what I'm hoping is that somehow, because it's the remedy of balance, that my eyes will come into balance. If my decision-making skills are perfectly great and, spontaneous, maybe it will somehow help with my focus. Also using clematis, which is the remedy for focus, when you're unfocused and spacey and dreamy and blah, 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 and when you're daydreaming and thinking of all the things you want to do in the future, that's also me. So I'm using that as well, because the word focus, and it's like I want to be able to see this minute, this right now, not airy-fairy in the future, or daydreaming and not making things come true. So it's a grounding remedy, but also for focus. Jen, this is for you. You understand all this stuff, but hopefully other people will understand it as well. Let me think. There was one more thing I was going to add in to let you know what was. Oh yes, today I did my daily reading on YouTube with no lights on, just with the daylight, and that's new. What I've noticed is that, in fact, I noticed at work last week that I hadn't put the light on in the kitchen. Now I always do that. I had always done it with even my glasses on. So I noticed that I'd been working away and I hadn't put the light on. I thought that's interesting. And then what I noticed today was, Bill was up way before me this morning, and he works in, like, he doesn't need the lights, so he hadn't put the lights on. So when I came down, the lights weren't on, and because it was kind of later, because I'd had a longer lie, it didn't pop into my head to put the lights on instantly. So I just started pottering around without the lights on, and then I realised that I didn't have the lights on. So that's another indication to me that there is strengthening, that there is progress, because I am able to function in the daylight without having to put on every light in the street, which it reminds me of my mother. My mum was registered blind when she passed, and she had macular degeneration, she had glaucoma, and she had cataracts. She had all, whammy. But she had, like, you could see her like window from way down the street, because she was the one that was like, it was almost like you could see her from space because she had so many lights on. And I wonder now whether it was making much of a difference, or whether if I had kind of had the knowledge I have now, or the beliefs I have now, could we have done anything about that? Because again, these eyes of ours, the physical eyes, are connected, to like the brain center that works it all. And I think that's what's happening in there, is that the brain center somehow is working away, and I don't know why it goes out of whack. People will say old age, it's old age, and your eyes will get weak because you've used them and blah blah blah. But some people don't ever need glasses. Why? Anyway, talked way over my time. I tried to keep it to 5 minutes. So anyway, that's 7.5 minutes. Anyway, I'll come back again and update you with or without glasses. Namaste.